PRF, if you agree to it, or that we have a sentencing and the judge will determine how much time you receive. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And since outpatient is not an option.
Hello, Mr. Wortha.
I don't know what.
How are you doing today?
Notice how the judge wastes no time setting boundaries. She's making it crystal clear. No antics, no disruptions, and definitely no stealing pens. This isn't just about respect. It's about maintaining control in a courtroom that deals with high-stakes cases every single day.
You don't.
All right, so here's the thing. When you're brought over, and mind you, I'm not taking anything as true. I'm just putting you on notice.
Yes, ma'am.
One, you can't be taking pens.
No, ma'am.
All right. Number two, you can't be destroying stuff over there.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you're brought over, you just need to sit in your seat. Don't touch any of the equipment because that equipment, though outdated, is still expensive.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Understand.
So this is what's going to happen with your case. My understanding from your attorney is that you want to have a contested hearing. So what will end up happening is the witness that they're going to call, because both parties have told me there's only one allegation in the motion. And that allegation in the motion is that you did not participate in an evaluation.
Yes, ma'am.
So somebody's going to be brought over to testify, and they're either going to say you participated in an evaluation, or either they're going to say you didn't.
Yes, ma'am.
All right?
Yes, ma'am. The only thing was I saw two different people for that. That's why I didn't know. The first one I saw, it was for the same evaluation.
All right. So here's the thing. What you believe the facts of your case
Yes,
to be,
Yes, ma'am.
your attorney may not want you to
I
discuss them
understand.
with me. So what I can tell you is, according to the allegations in the motion, they are saying, and I don't take any of it as true because they'll present witnesses. They're saying that you didn't participate in the mental health initiative evaluation in custody. That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what they're saying you didn't do. So they're going to bring in a witness, and that witness is either going to say you participated in it or you did.
Here's where it gets interesting. This entire hearing hinges on one simple allegation. Did he complete a mental health evaluation or not? Sounds small, right? But legally, failing to comply with even minor probation requirements can be the tipping point between freedom and prison.
Yes, ma'am.
That's where we are. So your attorney tells me that you want somebody to be brought in to testify whether you participated in it or not. All right, so that's what we'll do. And that person is going to be by Zoom. It's going to be somebody, both parties have told the court, it's going to be somebody with Center for Healthcare Services. So that person who is alleged to have went to try to interview you is going to come and testify by Zoom. And either they're going to say, oh yeah, I recognize him. He participated in the interview, or either they're going to say, yeah, I recognize him and he wouldn't participate. That's where we are. So we will come back. We're going to come back in June. And that is going to be Ms. Ferguson. Can we do this the week of June 17th? Is that enough time? Say, defense, are you available the week of June 17th?
I'm double checking, Judge, because I have 2 murder trials next month. It looks like the 17th is good. My murder doesn't start until the next Monday.
All right. So Ms. Ferguson, we're having a hearing, contested hearing, should be relatively short. Mm-hmm.
17th.
All right, so we'll come back on June 17th. But before we do that, I'll go ahead and accept your plea. So that'll be one less thing we'll have to do on that. The same Bernardo C. Huerta, who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 6940 for the offense of robbery on July 18, 2023 for a term of 8 years. Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Violated condition number 39 on or about the 30th day of April 2024 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Bernardo C. Huerta, did then and there fail to participate in the mental health initiative evaluation in custody and comply with all rules, regulations, and instructions as directed by the court and or supervision officer in violation of condition number 39.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
All right, so if y'all want to go back and discuss things.
Okay.
All
Thank
right,
you, Judge.
thank you. You're welcome. A proposed agreement or no?
No, there is not, Your Honor.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
We're asking that you follow probation's recommendation, Judge, which is to alter and amend conditions for DDRF and to hold the probationer, hold Mr. Huerta in custody until the Center for Healthcare Services, the Tacoma evaluation, the TCOOMMI evaluation for DDRF is completed, Your Honor.
All right, defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, my client has been in since January awaiting the DDRF. The wait is very, very long for DDRF. There was, yes, he's pled true to not doing the eval. He did a part of an evaluation and thought he had completed the entire thing. But he would like the opportunity to do some sort of outpatient. Our understanding is the wait for DDRF is 6 or 7 months long potentially, which means he will be sitting in jail almost a year by the time that happens. And so is there anything, may I ask him if there's anything else?
Sure, but I will tell you, if you would have agreed to see them, you would have been done.
Yes.
And your 6 months would have been done.
Can I, look, whenever.
All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Bernardo, what's that?
All right. What
Yeah.
would you like to say?
Yes, sir. I do understand that, but it's still a 6 to 7 month wait. I have almost 2 years back time on this case already, just sitting in the jail.
Oh, do you just want to go to prison?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
All right, so here's the thing.
I don't
Let's
ask
talk,
people-
no, stop. Let me explain something to you for a moment. Let's go off the record for a second. I don't know why people commit offenses. You plead to the offenses that you committed. You're placed on probation. You get a motion to revoke. The reason why you have the DDRF pending is because you were here for a motion to revoke a violation of condition number 4. Guess what? If you were not placed back here for a violation for your motion to revoke, you never would have been waiting for a mental health evaluation. What ends up happening is people are on probation. They're excited about getting probation because they thought they were going to prison. And people will stand before me and you know what they will say? I can be on probation for life. I'm pulling my life together. You can ask me to report every day. I'll do it. I already know that's not going to happen. It's sort of like when people say, I'm 1,000% sure that I'm clean. You know what that usually means? They're dirty. Anything anybody says that's beyond 100%, it's usually not true. So,
Wow, the judge is cutting straight through the excuses. This isn't just a lecture. It's a reminder that probation is a contract. Miss one condition and the whole deal can collapse. Think of it as walking on a tightrope. One slip and gravity takes over.
you came before me with that. You were placed on probation July. Then February 2024, you had a violation of condition number 4. And I remember you. You came before me. You were so happy to be continued and not be revoked. And now you come before me.
I haven't.
And
gone
here's the
nowhere.
thing though.
I haven't got out of jail. I've
Here's
been
the-
in
here's
jail
the
this whole
thing.
time.
Here's the thing. But the reason why you're in jail is because of your actions.
Yes, Your Honor, and I understand
And
that.
people will come before me, and let me just tell you what happens. Some people will come before me and they'll say, I don't belong to a gang. I don't do drugs. Or I pay child support. And I always ask people when they would say, I pay child support. What, you want a cookie? That's something you're supposed to do. Like, you're not supposed to be before me on motions to revoke because you're supposed to be doing what you're supposed to be doing. And whenever I give people conditions, or whenever probation recommends conditions for them, they want to write their own program. If you could write your own program, guess what? I wouldn't have a job. Defense attorneys wouldn't have a job. The state wouldn't have a job. It would be great. But you can't appear before the court and then decide that you're writing your own program and you deciding that you're not going to follow through and speak to the person. If you would have spoke to that person in April, your 6 months would have been done. You would have been either in DDRF or not. They would have transferred you. But you know what? You've been pushed back. You know why you've been pushed back? Because you did not want to do the other interview because you're like, I'm done. And I always tell people when you're on paper, And that's what this is. This is a contract. You're on paper. Even if somebody tells you, we're coming here for an interview, and even if you've thought you've already done the interview, doesn't hurt you to go ahead and do the interview, then you can come to court and say, they came to me for an interview for a third time and I had already done the interview. Then we can discuss that. But when you don't follow through on what you're supposed to do, guess what ends up happening? Everything falls and you get placed at the end of the line, because guess what? There's somebody there who's on probation, who had to be interviewed for mental health and DDRF. And guess what? They took your spot. That's where we are.
That's the only thing. I'm just seeing a lot of people coming back a lot of time waiting for it.
Yeah. I mean, I make rulings and there's a reason why these rulings are made. Right? And then you're also on, I believe you're on gang supervision as well.
I'm not sure.
Is he on gang supervision?
Sure, sorry about that.
Well, were you a previous gang member?
I used to be, yes.
All right, so he was on gang supervision. So I have somebody standing before me who is on gang supervision. You know, you're given probation, the state recommended community supervision. And then you're over here pulling stuff off or trying to pull stuff off. That's why you have the DDRF. Now, if you don't want to wait for DDRF, I can revoke you. You guys can talk over what time you want, and I'll do what I will with regards to time. And guess what? You'll go to prison, you'll do your time, you'll get out. Either you're going to act right and follow the rules and conditions of society, which don't pick up any new offenses, take care of your children, stay on the straight and narrow. If you don't, you'll probably end up being a habitual, and your minimum when you come back will be probably 25, or maybe it'll be as a repeater in which case your minimum will be 15, depending on the charges. So if you want to discuss with the state and your attorney about doing your time, then you can do your time. And legally, I have to give you credit for any time that you've been in custody towards your time. So if you want to talk to your attorney about that and talk to the state about that, I'm not saying if they if they agree to revocation and they want to give you a specific amount of time, I'm not saying I'm following that, but I'll consider it. All right. So if you want to talk to your attorney about that, you can. So I'll let you all talk about that and I'll do this plea. And Mr. Huerta, you're still under oath. All right, defense.
Mr. Huerta, we talked over the break about whether or not you would agree to go to DDRF, and you've indicated that you do not want to do that, correct?
No, I'm trying to get an outpatient program.
Okay, and knowing that that's not an option,
Just 1 second. I'm sorry. I don't know if the court reporter heard his answer.
can you repeat that?
I was trying to get an outpatient program. No,
Okay. The last part?
but if it's not possible,
All right, so you're trolling off. So my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, your answer to the defense counsel question is you're trying to get into outpatient treatment. Is that correct?
yes, sir.
Oh, it's fine. He's just mumbling. And if you're not able to get into outpatient treatment, then what was the next thing you said?
I'll figure out what happens.
All right.
Mr. Huerta, I explained to you the only options in front of you are DDRF, if you agree to it, or that we have a sentencing and the judge will determine how much time you receive. Do you understand that?
Yes,
And since outpatient is not an option, would you like to avail yourself of the opportunity to do DDRF? Or do you want to be sentenced today?
I guess we'll sentence.
Okay. And I advise you to go with DDRF, correct?
All right.
That's all I have to put on the record, Judge.
Thank you. All right, so he's pled true to violation of condition number 39. Is there a proposed agreement?
There's not, Your Honor. I would ask the court, I know that the defendant has stated that he would like to be sentenced. I don't think you should do that. I think you should say, hey, you're going to the inpatient. That's, I think that's a better option for him. If, I know he said he wants to be sentenced, but, and I can speak to that if the court would like to.
Sure. I mean, here's the question, Mr. Huerta. You don't get to decide whether you're in inpatient treatment or outpatient treatment. Now, they want to interview you for DDRF. Either you're going to do that or you're not going to do it. So, do you want to be interviewed for DDRF? Yes or no?
Yeah, I guess.
No, it's not, I guess. It's either yes or no.
Yes.
You can't write your own program. Here are your options. Your options are, you can be interviewed for DDRF. And if they deem that you're acceptable to the program, that's where you're going to be. Or if you don't want to do that and you tell the court you don't want to do that, then I will revoke you. Those are your two options. Now, if the court were to revoke you, then the most I could sentence you to is 8 years. I'm sure your attorney will ask for something probably less than 8.
20 years just to this deferred.
No, he's not on deferred. He's on regular.
Is New paid? Oh, okay.
Yes. So,
I was on deferred also. Okay.
no, he's on regular. So the most I can sentence him to is 8 years. So, and he legally, I have to give you credit for any time served that you've been in custody. So those are your options. Do y'all need to discuss this again or no?
Do you want to do DDRF or do you want the sentence? That's not an option. The judge has told you and I've told you there's two options. Sentence, we don't know how much time, up to 8 years. Okay, to be.
All right, so you want to be sentenced?
Yes.
All right. You've pled true to violation of condition number 39. Court is finding violation of condition number 39 true. State, what are you asking for?
We're asking for the 8 years, Your Honor. The defendant has been to the prison in 2010 for an ag assault with a deadly weapon. I know you've seen the SIPs in this, and I know it's a robbery, Judge, but it came in as an ag robbery. This was, the defendant was stealing from an O'Reilly's. When the employee tried to stop him, he pulled a knife on the plain witness in this case, Judge. So this is an inherently scary crime, Your Honor, and so that's why we're asking for the 8 years, Your Honor.
All right, defense?
The client would ask that you give him the minimum of 2 years and credit for time served.
The court is going to grant.
And here's the climax. After all the back and forth, the defense pushing for 2 years, the state demanding the max, the judge delivers the hammer. 8 years. This is the moment where justice, consequences, and choices collide.
The motion, the court will sentence you to 8 years in the prison. The court will give you credit for any time served. There's to be, just one moment. And there is to be a $500 fine. Time and money will run concurrent. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yeah.
All right, you have a limited right to appeal, and that right to appeal is as it relates to the allegation in the motion, not the fact that you're on community supervision. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.